You do know why Baptists think sex is bad, don't you? Because it might lead to dancing.
Maybe I'm not the right girl for this. I'm a square. A movie actress should have big...
Rules Don't Apply is a romantic comedy drama that captures the glamour, ambition, and quiet loneliness of Hollywood's golden era while telling an intimate story about love, power, and control. Set in the late 1950s, the film unfolds against a backdrop of rising celebrity culture and strict moral expectations, where dreams are manufactured just as carefully as movie stars. At its heart, the story explores what happens when two young people with hopeful ambitions find themselves caught in the orbit of a powerful and unpredictable billionaire whose personal rules shape every aspect of their lives. The film centers on a small-town beauty queen and aspiring actress who arrives in Los Angeles with bright eyes and a head full of dreams. She represents innocence and determination, a young woman raised with strong values who believes in hard work, faith, and destiny. Hollywood, however, is a world where those values are tested almost immediately. She is signed under contract by an eccentric aviation tycoon and film producer, who controls the lives of his contracted actresses with strict guidelines. One of the most unusual rules imposed is that no actress is allowed to form romantic relationships, especially not with employees connected to him. Parallel to her journey is a young, deeply religious chauffeur who has recently moved to Los Angeles seeking opportunity. He works for the same wealthy businessman, tasked with driving contracted actresses around the city while maintaining professionalism and distance. Like her, he is idealistic and hopeful. He wants to build a future for himself, invest wisely, and prove that ambition and morality can coexist. When their paths cross, the connection is immediate but restrained, shaped by curiosity and shared vulnerability. Hovering over both of them is the larger-than-life presence of the billionaire at the center of the story. A man of immense wealth and influence, he is portrayed as both visionary and fragile. He builds empires in aviation and entertainment, yet struggles with deep personal insecurities and obsessive tendencies. His strict rules are not just about business control. They reflect his fear of chaos and emotional entanglement. He wants to shape Hollywood according to his own ideals. Yet his grip often feels suffocating rather than inspiring. As the actress waits for her big break, she finds herself living in expensive hotels, attending auditions that never materialize into real roles, and receiving lavish gifts without clarity about her career's direction. Her life becomes a paradox, surrounded by luxury but lacking independence. The chauffeur, meanwhile, begins to notice inconsistencies in how the billionaire operates. Promises are made but not fulfilled. Plans change without explanation. Schedules are erratic. The glamorous surface begins to crack, revealing unpredictability underneath. Their growing attraction develops quietly. Conversations in cars, shared glances, and moments of honesty allow them to see each other beyond their assigned roles. Yet the rule prohibiting romance looms constantly. Breaking it could cost them their contracts, their livelihoods, and the futures they imagined. This tension between personal desire and imposed control becomes the emotional engine of the film. The billionaire's character adds complexity to the narrative. He is not depicted as a simple villain, but as a man wrestling with his own internal contradictions. His achievements in aviation and film production are groundbreaking, but his private life is marked by isolation. He moves between projects obsessively, micromanaging details and withdrawing unpredictably. His interactions with the young actress reveal both genuine interest and manipulative tendencies. He admires talent and beauty, yet struggles to treat the people around him as independent individuals rather than extensions of his empire. The Hollywood setting enhances the film's themes of illusion and control. Studio lots, glamorous premieres, private screening rooms, and luxurious penthouses contrast with the character's uncertainty. The actress often feels like a prop in someone else's vision, dressed and positioned according to someone else's plan. The chauffeur, too, must present a polished image while hiding his frustration and confusion. The world promises opportunity, but access to that opportunity is tightly controlled by powerful figures. As the story unfolds, the young couple's relationship deepens despite the risks. They share dreams, fears, and doubts about whether success in Hollywood is worth sacrificing authenticity. Their bond grows not out of rebellion, but out of mutual understanding. Each sees the other as a grounding force in a world of shifting expectations. Yet every step closer to each other brings them closer to breaking the one rule that could destroy their contracts. Meanwhile, the billionaire's empire begins showing signs of instability. His business decisions grow erratic. Projects are announced and abandoned. Investments expand rapidly, stretching resources thin. His obsession with perfection isolates him further from advisors who might challenge him. The film subtly portrays how immense power can amplify personal weaknesses, turning eccentricity into self-sabotage. A turning point arrives when the actress begins, questioning whether she is truly being developed as a star or simply kept under contract to satisfy the billionaire's need for control. She confronts the reality that years could pass without meaningful progress. The chauffeur, encouraged by his growing feelings, starts imagining a future not defined by someone else's rules. Their conversations shift from cautious flirting to serious contemplation about breaking free. The emotional weight of the story increases as the billionaire becomes aware of shifting loyalties around him. His reaction is layered with vulnerability and anger. He is a man who built industries yet cannot fully understand human intimacy. His fear of losing control intensifies. Through his character, the film explores the cost of power when it is not balanced by emotional stability. The romantic storyline reaches a crucial moment when the couple must decide whether to prioritize security or love. Staying within the rules ensures financial safety and potential career advancement, but at the cost of suppressing genuine connection. Defying the rules risks everything they have worked for. Their decision is not portrayed as impulsive rebellion, but as a thoughtful choice, shaped by months of tension and longing. Cinematically, the film balances sweeping shots of classic Hollywood with intimate character moments. The era's fashion, music, and architecture create a nostalgic atmosphere, yet the emotional conflicts feel contemporary. Themes of ambition, gender expectations, power imbalance, and personal agency resonate beyond the 1950s setting. The dialogue blends humor with introspection, allowing lighthearted exchanges to coexist with serious reflection. As the billionaire's mental state becomes increasingly fragile, the film subtly shifts tone. What once seemed quirky now feels tragic. His isolation grows and his empire begins slipping from his grasp. In contrast, the young couple gains clarity about what they truly value. Their courage to step outside imposed boundaries becomes the emotional counterpoint to his inability to relinquish control. The climax does not rely on explosive drama but on personal decisions. The actress chooses to define her own path rather than wait indefinitely for validation. The chauffeur commits to a future based on partnership rather than hierarchy. Their love story, while tested, emerges stronger because it is chosen freely rather than hidden in secrecy. By the film's conclusion, the billionaire's once unquestioned authority feels diminished. His legacy remains significant in business and aviation, but his personal life stands as a cautionary tale about the limits of control. The young couple's journey suggests that true success lies not in contracts or wealth but in authenticity and mutual respect. Rules don't apply ultimately becomes a meditation on freedom. The rules imposed by powerful figures may shape circumstances, but they cannot permanently suppress genuine emotion. The story argues that love, integrity, and courage are worth more than prestige or security. It highlights how ambition must be balanced with humanity and how chasing dreams should not require surrendering one's identity. The film's tone remains reflective even in its lighter moments. It invites viewers to consider how often societal expectations dictate personal choices. The actress's journey from hopeful newcomer to self-aware woman mirrors the chauffeur's evolution from obedient employee to independent partner. Together, they symbolize the possibility of rewriting one's narrative. At its core, Rules Don't Apply is about navigating power structures without losing oneself. It captures the shimmering surface of old Hollywood while exposing the emotional complexities beneath it. Through romance, ambition, and the unraveling of a larger-than-life figure, The film explores how personal freedom can emerge even within rigid systems. In the end, the message feels quietly empowering. Rules may guide industries, protect reputations, and maintain order, but they cannot define the human heart. When confronted with a choice between fear and love, between control and vulnerability, the film suggests that the bravest act is choosing authenticity. That decision, simple yet profound, transforms the lives of its characters and leaves the audience reflecting on their own boundaries and possibilities.